Hi, everybody. We are back with Craig again with Coding is for Suckers. And he is going to walk us through Zapier, which he informed
Yes,
me it is Zapier, like happier.
it
Zapier.
makes you happy.
Yes, it will make me happy. So, what is Zapier? What does it do? And how can we use it for our business?
Yeah, so Zapier, you kind of think of it as an app connector, right? So let's say you've got QuickBooks for your accounting and you've got Stripe, like we just showed for your payment processing, but you really have no way to get your Stripe data into your QuickBooks data, right? So that whole process is what in the coding world we call an API, or an application programming interface, right? It's one of those acronyms you hear all the time. Okay, it's just a way to get data out of a custom system. Okay, and so what Zapier did is they said, hey, we realize there's this real need for APIs out there, so we'll allow companies to write their own APIs, publish it with us, extend certain functionality so that people can integrate apps with other apps without having to hire coders. And it is a game changer in the whole world of software that I've been in for 20 years. And so this is the kind of complex coding we used to write all the time that would take a while, that was real expensive for businesses. And so now it's just readily available. And so you can like literally pick data from any system and put it into another system without having to write any code.
So, I said it's like magic. It really
it
is
is.
like magic.
It's like fairy dust. Yes, it is really cool. In fact, like I said, it really has changed business because it wasn't around 5 years ago. This kind of thing wasn't around. So
All right. So,
um,
how do we use it for our business? How can
yeah,
you use
so
it?
let me show you. So here we are. So in the few ones that we've done, we did oops, sorry, I'm moving this out of the way. We did an Airtable, we just did a Jot form, and then we did Stripe. And so what I'd like to do is kind of use that same example, right? So I've got my contacts here in Airtable. Well, let's say anytime someone makes a post to my public Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
I want to add them as a contact in here so that I can reach out to them. Right now, I know I could go post on Facebook and all that, but if you have a lot of posts on Facebook, it gets pretty hard to keep up with all that, right? So anytime I get a new post into my Facebook page, I'm going to just add them as a contact into my Airtable base, right? So it's called a Zap. Zap, it's done. It's the coolest thing, right? So I'm going
Nice.
to make a Zap. And again, this could be anything, right? I could do Stripe to QuickBooks. I could do Salesforce to Airtable or to SQL Server, whatever I wanted to do. It's all pretty much here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Facebook pages. Okay, so that's the app. When I get a new post to my timeline, right? So these are the triggers that are available for this app. And let me continue. So I've already set up my Facebook pages. If I didn't, all I would have to do is connect a new account, log into my Facebook, and it would add it for me. Okay.
Okay.
But just to save a step, I've already done that. And I'm going to choose, this is actually the parent company for my software business. And I'm going to go. And what's also really cool is the ability to test this, right? And so what I'm going to do is it's going to go look and see if I have any posts, right? And I put one in there. I can see it was actually me. Thanks for all the great work on our dashboard, whatever. Okay. So I'm going to continue, right? So now what do I want to do? My trigger is someone posts to my Facebook page. After that, what do I want to do with that information? Okay. And so for me, again, I could throw this into Google Forms. I could create an email, all sorts of things to do, but I'm just going to choose my Airtable because that's where I'm at. Everything is Airtable to me, if you haven't noticed. So create record. And I'm going to choose, I believe it's this one. Okay, which database? Again, these are actually they're not alphabetically sorted. Okay, so what table? Well, what table do you think, right? I'm going to do my contacts table, right? The same table that we've been using And notice when I selected contacts, it went and found all the fields in that table, right? So name, cell phone, first name, opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
If I come here into my contacts table, name, first name, last name, cell phone, so on and so forth. Okay. So it goes and finds, and it's finding hidden fields too.
Okay.
Okay. So now that I do that, what do I want to enter for name? Okay. So when I click in here, I can see this post. I can see everything, right? So I'm going to choose this. That's the person it was from. Cell phone data. I'm probably not going to have that in this post. No. Nope. Where did my, oh wait, let me do this. I'm just going to add a field. Text. Notes. We'll just call it notes. Come back here and I'm going to refresh my field since I just added one and boom, there it is. Right? How cool is that? And so then the notes are actually going to be whatever they posted. And you see all this stuff that's available. You know, I could choose to track all this if I wanted to, right? If I wanted to store this link or any of this other information, when it was, I could do that. But I'm not going to bother with all that, right? So I'm just going to get the name and then continue. Okay, and again, I can test this. The record was sent to Airtable. If I come in here, let's do this. I made a goof. See, and that's why you test it, because you sometimes mess up. So instead of here, I'm gonna put it here because I forgot that I had a formula field there. So I'm gonna retest. Should get a yep. And now boom, there it is.
All right, I see it.
Out here, there's my notes. So it did it the first time too. I just forgot I had a first name, last name field.
Right.
Name field. Right. Boom. Right. So that's how you quickly do a zap. And then I'm gonna turn it on. So now, anytime.
So now the zap is on. You've turned it on, and now you don't have to do this. It's going to do it automatically like magic.
I'm done. Right. So again, if anybody comes to my Facebook page and type something, oh, that's a comment. Oops. Great post. There is one catch. And there's different levels of plan, but on the free plan and on the plan that I'm on, it actually takes 15 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on the level of synchronization you're doing between systems, that's probably an acceptable time frame. It is for almost all the stuff I do.
Yeah.
And for those clients that need it faster, you can get it in 2 minutes, right? So you can do a higher up plan and you can get that data synced in 2 minutes as opposed to 15 minutes. And it's not, they do it in 15-minute intervals. So it depends on when you post it, when the next one runs, how long it's going to take. So it's not an automatic 15 minutes. It could be a minute. It could be the full 15. It just depends on when you do it.
Gotcha.
And when their sync runs, right? So super simple to Facebook posts to Airtable. Spelled correctly. And then boom, now I've got the zap. And like you said, it's on. And so now I don't have to worry about it. Anytime someone posts something on my Facebook page, it's going to create some data for me.
That is incredible. So is it only on Facebook? Is that only on your public facing business page you can do that? Can you do that in groups?
You can do, let's see, I don't remember exactly. So what's great about Zapier too, is if you want to know if something can be done.
Yep, you just go look.
You just start typing what you want done. So look, it'll do leads, it'll do pages, it does do groups. Yep, so it'll do
Okay,
groups.
so let me tell you one I want. You can tell me if it's possible. So when people sign up for like Social Synergy Group, when they go to join the group, one of the questions is their email address. Like, do they want to sign up for the newsletter? And so manually, I have to go in and copy out that email address and put it into my email provider. So can it zap the email?
So how do they
email
enter it? They
questions.
just enter it like in a comment, or what do they do?
It's the questions, like when you go to join a group and ask those questions. I've actually looked for this a few times, so I'm
I
wondering
don't know.
if you can do that.
I
Okay.
don't know. We'll have to see. So let's see. Let's see what's available in groups.
Facebook group.
So unless it's a
Okay, so it has
post,
to
I
be
don't
event
think so.
photos. All right, somebody needs to come up with how to get the questions.
Yeah, and so again, that would be on Facebook.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like, you may have these one-offs like you just did, where the action you're trying to do is not available in the triggers.
Yet.
But that's sort of a unique thing you're trying to do there.
Right.
Now, what you could do is create a link that goes to a jot table form that they enter.
Right.
And then that could come easily in, or there's other ways to do it. But that specific question part of your Facebook group sign up doesn't look like it's available.
But this is cool. If someone posts on your customer group wall, you can grab all their info. That's pretty sweet.
Exactly. And so I did a Facebook leads one too. So if you do a lead, where you give Facebook people a little form, you can get it that way. So yeah, all sorts of options.
That is sweet.
And that's Zapier. So you can see some of the ones I've done. Like my wife had her 40th birthday party, so I had an Airtable form, and then I would automatically send them an email from my Outlook, right, telling them about all the stuff for the event. Just some other ones I've done. I've sent text messages, all sorts of things.
So we were talking at the beginning of all of this that there's a lot of companies that use this, and it's brilliant for all those things that you have to do and to keep you from having to enter the same data over and over and over and over again.
Yep, exactly right. So almost everything can be automated through these products. And then once you get them into a place where you can manage it, then it becomes real easy, right? So yes, exactly right. And so you'll notice here, I have a group of contacts and I have some companies, but I'm not duplicating all these companies each time they have a contact, right? So my contact's in there once, and I don't have to duplicate all that information, right? Same thing with my interactions and my opportunities. So just because I'm trying to sell someone or trying to get someone in the business, I don't have to go repeat all the information about whoever it is I'm trying to track, right? And so, yes, automation is the key to good data.
Yeah, and saves an enormous amount of time and headache and mistakes.
Yep.
So that's awesome. Thank you,
You're
Craig,
welcome.
for all your time today and hanging out with us for three things: Jotform and Stripe and Zapier. We appreciate you so much giving us some higher end techie stuff. Love it, because we don't have all direct sellers in here. I was telling you that earlier. We have a lot of other types of companies and businesses in here too. So it is great to see some other stuff besides what
so
direct sellers.
You'll notice the 4 things we've done, not a single line of code, right? But we've automated a lot of stuff without writing any code. And so, once you do one, it gets a lot easier.
Hence the name of your business.
Coding is for suckers. That's right.
I love it. I appreciate your time, Craig. You have been such a great asset to the Social Synergy Group. So thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.